Well, that was a great start, isn't it? Mike metered. Haven't done that in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of Call Outbreak. The I'd say new show, but it's not, because Outbreak's been an SWA show before. But it's back with a new format, a new style, where you call your opponent out, and then on the next card, you face them. If you've seen the call out show over in HSP, you'll know exactly what this product is going to be. I do as well. If he's ready, I have a special guest backstage who will be joining me as we go over these three matches here tonight. If he gives me a thumbs up, I will be more than happy to put him on screen. That looks like a thumb up an arsehole. And you can probably guess who's about to join me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your SME heavyweight champion of the world, Bulletproof Phil Marshall.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Not too bad. Yourself?
I'm all right. It's been a busy week for little DJB.
Yes, as I can imagine.
Very long week. But
yeah,
and we've got three fantastic matches on the card for tonight, Phil.
My video looks awful. Everything's badly colored. I'll turn the light off. You'll see me very blue. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, then. So
let's have a look.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's depression, really. It's depression, the musical.
Usually what my camera looks like when I'm on a live upstairs, just blue.
Exactly. And I can turn this on, and it's a bit brighter. But I end up looking like, stay where you are, you dildo. There. Does Facebook or YouTube like the word dildo?
I don't care.
Indeed. Fantastic.
We'll pass the 10 o'clock threshold. I don't care. So we've got three matches up tonight. Our first match being Dragon Queen taking on Elijah McFly. Match 2, Ralph Swagger taking on Cerebi. I don't know how it's pronounced. Is it Cerebi?
I think it's
Jeff, okay. And then our main event, to crown the new Outbreak champion, making his SWA debut, Gully Gunz taking on Deviant. Should be a fun match.
Oh yeah, definitely be interesting.
So the way this is going to work is going to be similar to HSP show. I'm going to show all the promos for the matches. Then I'm going to tell you the results afterwards. And then we're done. Very simple. Very simple.
All right. So just 6 promos, then the results.
Yes. So we had 3 judges for each match. I'll tell you the results. And if the competitors want some in-depth, analysis of their promos, I do have them available, and I will send them to them if they want them. Win or lose, as Phil says, win or lose, I do suggest getting the feedback. Even if you win, get that feedback. It's always nice to know what the judges thought.
Exactly.
So, we do begin with our first match, which is Dragon Queen taking on Elijah McFly. And I like to go by the match cards, so the first promo we will see will be by Dragon Queen. Enjoy.
Well, SWA, it looks to me that Dragon Queen has returned for one night only. Now, I swore up and down that I would never come back to SWA. I thought I was done with this company. I was done with competition. But here I am. When the bells were ringing about calling out somebody, I hopped at an opportunity. A chance to give somebody, some lucky sucker, some lucky loser, a chance to actually fight me. And I chose Elijah McFly, not the other way around. Now, Elijah, you must be wondering why on earth I, Dragon Queen, would ever call you out. It's simple. You're in locker rooms, you're talking about facing big names. You're asking yourself, who can I decide to poke and poke and poke and see who pops up? Now, I have a devastating news for you. When you poke at the Dragon Queen, you poke at Dollface, you poke at the wrong 2 females. Now, I know that you have a match with my sister, but just before you do that, you have me. I gave you an opportunity of a lifetime to look at my work, do your homework, do your research before you climb inside of the ring. Because I want you to think, who are you truly going up against? Are you truly going up against the female bully club Dragon Queen? Are you going up against the Legion of Doom Dragon Queen? Or are you going up against the POV Dragon Queen? No, you're not going up against any one of those 3. You just get me by myself with no backup. You get the most deadly, dangerous version of the Dragon Queen. You must be wondering how you got the honor to get called out by the Dragon Queen. And it's just as simple as this. I wanted to see what the fuss was all about. What the noise is about who Elijah McFly truly is. I'm going to make you regret ever poking at me. I'm going to make you regret knowing who I am. I have this tendency to play with my food, poke at it, prod at it, and then when I'm tired of playing with it, I devour it. And that's what I'm going to do with you, Elijah. You might see this as an opportunity to tie your name behind mine because it gives you that 5 minutes of fame, the 5 minutes of importance and relevancy behind the Dragon Queen. But that's your mistake. You're still an up-and-comer. You're still trying to find your feet. And I don't want to hear that you went and cried, pissed, and moaned and couldn't figure out why you couldn't get an up on the Dragon Queen. You lost to my pupil, Kevin Wolf. And now I'm trying to figure out, where do you go from here? What kind of mission are you on? Because as I see it, you're looking like a lost puppy that needs to be found in a different kind of pound. And eventually, well, when the pit bulls decide to strike, you'll just be left like a little chihuahua in the corner. Elijah McFly, I hope you are ready for who you're actually going up against. Because I'm ready to whoop your ass, boy. So if you want to fuck around, please find out.
All right, that was Dragon Queen, and we move immediately on to her opponent, Elijah McFly.
Monsters are living under your bed, 'cause they are the voices in your head. Outbreak. This is where we're at. But then we're gonna really set the focus to where the focus is actually needed. Because I'm the one that wanted the match. But yet, who was the one to execute? It was you, Dragon Queen, a member of the Female Bully Club. It's ironic because, let's just be real. The moment you came back on the screen, I wanted to see if I could have a match against you. It isn't because you're popular or any type of title. Dragon Queen, I always love to face new people, people that I have never faced before, people that come back and then I actually can test myself. See? But then, you're gonna backfire towards me. You're gonna remind me of what happened to Gypsy. Did I win against Gypsy Freak for the VPW World Championship? No, I did not. Gypsy Freak won that match. I once upon a time faced Vita Lynn. One person about no fucks given. And especially, more importantly, the newest member of the Female Bully Club. If you know, you know. If you don't, now you fucking know. But, Dragon Queen, you can backfire towards me. You can try and give yourself some type of fire to breathe out of and then roast me. But then, that's where I'm gonna travel this story, because apparently it's Elijah McFly versus the Female Bully Club around the promo universe. That's really funny. But after tonight, Dragon Queen, everything is said and done. You're gonna be looking at me, and I ain't gonna be no rookie. I'm gonna be the guy that I've been waiting for the match, and I have been telling you I've been waiting. And then the moment I have that match, I will strike, and you will fail, Dragon Queen. Say all you wish, but the fact of the matter is, I'm not letting the Female Bully Club run through this snake.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Any thoughts before we move on to the next match?
Not that I want to say on air.
Okay. Fair enough. We do move on to our next match, which was Ralph Swagger taking on Cerebi. Both of these guys I know very well. Both of them I know bring a lot of heart, soul, dedication to what they like to do here. So we will start off with Ralph Swagger. Enjoy.
Cerebi, oh Cerebi, you're probably wondering why I called you out for call Outbreak. Now, it's been more than a year since we faced each other. The only time we faced each other at VPW Bloody Mania, and I defeated you for the Valhalla Championship. A long time ago. But that's not the reason why I called you out. I called you out for something much more recent. Let's get back in the Wayback Machine and go back to when I was battling Bone Daddy for the World Heavyweight Championship of SWA, and that him and the clique took it from me. And I saw an opportunity to take that belt back before that matchup. And I almost had it. I almost had that title within my grasp. In fact, I did, and I was on my way back up the ramp. And I got blindsided. I got bodied. The belt went one way. The clique picked it up and ran back. And I looked up, kind of disoriented, but I saw you. You were the one that bodied me. You were the one that was for the clique, I should say. But you know what? I still won the matchup. I still got that title back. But I haven't forgot. I haven't forgot about what you did to me, Cerebi. And I said to myself before I end my career, I'm going to get back at you. I'm going to get my get back. And lo and behold, here we are. Here the fuck we are. Call Outbreak. Me and you, one-on-one. Big meaty means like the man meat. And everybody's watching. Everybody gonna watch me beat you to a bloody pulp, Cerebi. Yeah, you think you might have trouble with a reject Pennywise clown, but now you got bigger fish to fry. And I'm the big shark. Yeah, you a big brutal guy. I done seen your violence. I done seen what you did all over the ring since then. But I've just been biding my time because I know my time will come up and it'll be right. And right now is the time, the opportunity that I'm going to take your ass out, Cerebi. Because I will beat you for Amazing Grace of Floating Opportunity. Leave you a big bloody heap and hump of humanity in the middle of the ring. Blood coming out of every orifice. Because I'm going to beat you down. I am going to devastate, dominate, victimize, and obliterate your ass with the technical, violent, punishmental prowess that only the Southern Strong Style can provide. You fucked with the wrong man, Cerebi. But now I got all my affairs in order. I got an open book, and I said, look, call Outbreak. Why not call out the big dog, Cerebi? Because, dog, we gonna go at it like two pit bulls, and one of us is gonna go down. It damn sure ain't gonna be me, because I got everything riding on this matchup. And you might think that you got one on me. No, all you just did was set yourself up for failure. And I'm that failure, because failure finna come and whoop your ass to and fro for Amazing Grace of Floating Opportunity. Like I said before, and I said it again, you gonna be seeing stars, you be looking up at the moon, you gonna be wondering why you was in this match. Because at the end of the night, Cerebi, I ain't gonna tear your ass apart piece by piece. You hear me? Piece by motherfucking piece. Because vengeance is mine. Saith Ralph SWA.
The workhorse rides till the bitter end. He's the unshady hooligan.
Breaking all the rules again. I love Ralph's theme.
I just heard the song and I thought that seems a bit soft for him.
I gotta love Ralph.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about the theme at the end, not yeah. Ralph himself. Ralph is a workhorse. He's a mainstay. It's weird to think that he's only got a couple of months left.
I know, man. I'm going to convince him otherwise. Watch. No, Ralph's decision. He's been at this long enough.
Exactly.
But, so is his opponent. His opponent isn't a rookie to this, and that would be Cerebi. So yeah, is his video promo.
Enjoy, Jeff.
You know, SWA, I know. Y'all have been expecting me to show up, show out, talk, run my mouth, actually just spew a bunch of bullshit to a bunch of people. But, you see, as the immortal champion, I'm trying to step away from the mechanism that is the typical wrestler. Trying to step away from the cookie cutter version a lot of people have. I mean, they all expect us to fit the mold where we get out there, we hold our nice little titles, we please the fans, we kiss a couple babies, we shake hands with management. But that's not me, and you guys know damn well that's not me. So, when I found out that I was getting called out by Ralph Swagger, a man that actually has the similar mentality as I do, I was actually excited. I was ready to go to war for once in my life. I mean, Deviant is just Deviant. And as you guys just saw, he's a little cowardly bitch. Because once he saw me make a beeline for him, he ran. He ran faster than Garfield would if he saw a giant tray of lasagna and catering. But I'm not going to talk about that clown-faced cuck. I'm going to keep talking about Ralph because this man is one of the best. And this man has set his own path. He didn't follow the cookie-cutter mold that is out there. He did not follow the traditional path. Basically, this match is not just a typical wrestler versus wrestler. This is an outlaw versus an outlaw. A hooligan versus a thug. A very respected hooligan, might I ask, versus a monster. So, Ralph, I know your answers. I know what's going through your mind. I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to answer some of the questions you're going to drop. Or at least you're thinking of. Because you're going to probably pull some ring psychology and just not say what I want to say you're going to say. But I'm not going to be cowering like Deviant. I'm not going to cower like everybody else when they hear the name Ralph Swagger as your opponent. I'm not going to fucking run, and I'm sure as hell not going to back down. So, when you and I step in that ring, when that bell rings, it is champion versus champion. It is, like I said, thug versus hooligan. And may whatever deity anybody worships, either the fucking stupid fans, the ringside, or the fat asses that are fused to their couch at home. Whatever gods they worship, may them have mercy on that ring, because this behemoth versus Leviathan match is going to absolutely destroy it.
Okay. That was the godless Cerebi, which does...
You just call me stupid.
I mean...
Well, I am like SME heavyweight champion of the world. But more importantly, I'm a fan. And as a fan, I believe he referred to me as stupid.
Yes, I do believe he did. Are you going to take that bulletproof film, Marshall?
Let me think about it.
Okay. So, we do move on to our main event of the evening. And we are going to crown an Outbreak champion.
It's going to be amazing. It's Jay Yost, Negan Al Ghul, and Dylan James in a triple. We're kidding. We're kidding.
No.
This isn't the CWF. We apologize.
No. That match will take place in hell one day.
Yes. Also known as Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes. We do move on. The Outbreak Championship on the line. Gully Gunz making his SWA debut against Deviant, who, as of late, I've got to admit, has been slowly climbing the ladder. He's been impressing quite a few people lately.
I wonder if he's actually been, and this is to go a bit shoot here, but I wonder if he has been kind of bullet pointing, planning, doing maybe 3 or 4 takes, just kind of getting himself comfortable into each promo. Because if he's doing that, then I can kind of understand where the improvement's coming from. He's a lot of E-fedders tend to go with the first take, and this is why you lose matches. Yeah. The fact that Deviant is improving tells me that he's being more structured, more organized. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what gets you up. You look at Deviant a year ago. How many people would be able to sit here now and say, oh, he's going to challenge for a world title in SWA? How many of you would say that a year ago?
Yeah, not a
And
lot.
where is he now? Why? Perseverance, focus, organization, strategy, planning.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I like to call president.
We are going to get into the match, and then we will get to the results. So, ladies and gentlemen,
They're
making
not
his
results, they're results.
they are making his SWA debut. It is, I like to call him the straight shooter. It is Gully Gunz. Enjoy.
It's this wonderful thing to be called out, to be challenged, for someone to think enough of you to want to defeat you. Deviant. Oh, you're something else. You're a spectacle. You're a nightmare. Fear-inducing. But I am a challenge. Something you seek. Something you yearn for. Something your championship mentality aches for. Someone to take you to the brink. Someone to make you feel something. Deviant, you don't induce fear in me. But I'm curious. You're interesting. What's under that mask? I know there's a human face, a human man, a being who bleeds and hurts and cries. But there's more under that mask. There's a mentality. There's a heart that beats and beats and beats for this business. And yet, he leads with fear. Fear doesn't command respect. Results do. And the result you have to achieve is defeating me. I'm sorry to inform you, Deviant. This ain't a spoiler or a prediction. Damn it, I don't do any of those things. I carry out sentences. You, Deviant the Clown, nightmare fuel at its, I wouldn't say best, but I digress. You, Deviant, I'm gonna show you why the world talks about me consistently. Why this business knows my name and they know what I'm gonna do. You challenged me, I accepted, now that's your ass. You can only blame yourself. You can try it. Try your best. Give it all you got. Because I promise you, here and now, the best shot you got, your best swing, will never be enough.
Gully Gunz, ladies and gentlemen.
I was just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, future EWN Hall of Famer, Gully Gunz. And well, you can't really argue, can you? I mean, I didn't know who he was before the World Cup. After the World Cup, I was very familiar. So, for someone to kind of grab anyone's attention, not mine, but just anyone's, where you can look at someone and go, "Who's that?" And then 5 minutes later, going, "Why did I say who's that? Why didn't I know? I need to know more." So definitely one of the most original characters in EFED right now. Just spot on. Although there is one thing that he has that I want, and that is basically the website where he got those gloves from. Those gloves are gorgeous. I want a pair because it's getting cold here in the UK.
It is.
You know, a nice pair of gloves. I mean, I have got some and they're nice, but you know, they're not on the level of Gully gloves.
I'm sure Gully's watching right now, so he might be able to tell you where he got them from.
I would love to know Gully. I'd love to grab myself a pair. Send me that, and I'll see if I can organize a. I'm just looking at like the Bulletproof Phil Marshall shirts and stuff. I'll send him one. Yeah.
So while we wait for Gully to see if he is watching and replies, we will watch his opponent's video, ladies and gentlemen, challenging for the Outbreak Championship against Gully, Deviant. Enjoy.
Ladies, gentlemen of SWA, call Outbreak. This moment that I'm feeling feels so orgasmic. It's running through my body right now, giving me butterflies in my stomach. The circus is now open, and the unfortunate victim this week is Gully Gunz. Gully, you and I, we've encountered before, and I can admit I came up just a little bit short. But here is a new playground. Here is a new battlefield. And I have all the ammo to go to war with you, Gully. You can go ahead and fire your first shot. But I'm gonna tell you, when you fire that shot, it will be your last. I am going to go full throttle, and I'm running through you like a freight train through a tunnel. When the candle is lit and the flame is blown out, that smoke is what is going to happen to your career. It will disappear in the thin fine air, and I will be the cause of it. This championship that is on the line in the main event, you and I, it means everything to me. I need this. You don't. I have everything to gain and nothing to lose, while you have everything to lose and nothing to gain. Because you are a supposed legend around this world, and I'm an upcoming rising star that will defeat you and embarrass you like the Trojan horse did that one foggy night. If you remember the story, then you would know. Gully, when this is all said and done, no harm's feeling, I hope so dearly. But you see, the feeling that I get in my stomach, the butterflies that are flapping around their wings, it's just because I get to humiliate someone like you, Gully. Someone that is so top-notch in their own mind, but in reality, there's someone always better. Consider me your kryptonite. Consider me the boogeyman in your closets. When you say there's a monster under your bed, I'm that monster. And Gully, I'm gonna put you down and out. 2 clicks, 1 bang, right to the fucking skull. Bang, bitch. Bye.
All right.
Indeed.
Deviant.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing to his voice. Here's the thing. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm actually liking it. Whether his voice is reverbing off the mask, it adds something slightly. It's clearly on time. There's that kind of that reverb that when he's speaking, it's on time. His words match the movements of the mask. But with the reverb, it's like a millisecond or two off at the same time as being on. So it's like two voices speaking at the same time. So it sounds like his voice is reverbing off the mask, or if he's got a microphone in there. That's what's doing it. But I like it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying change it. I'm saying keep that thing, because it throws people off. Just having that slight, what's the word I'm looking for? Ironically enough, the word I'm looking for is slight deviance in his voice.
It's my own voice, but the mask doesn't move properly.
Yeah, but I do like the way it kind of reverbs. I don't know if you've got a little microphone on the inside or whether the phone just picks it up naturally, but it's on point and it's slightly off point at the same. It's like two voices talking at once and one being slightly after the other, but it works. It's sometimes you can do these things or they just happen and it makes sense. It actually helps the character. So it's happy little accident. You know, we don't make mistakes. It's Deviant's. It's Deviant's happy little clouds.
So we do get into the results. Our first match of the evening was Dragon Queen taking on Elijah McFly. Any thoughts that you'd like to share before I tell you the results?
The one thing I picked up on from both promos was either people kind of stopping for a few seconds to think, or people using words incorrectly or mispronouncing them, which tells me it was, I mean, they're good at what they do, but the problem is you can tell when it's a first take run because the words are coming out either garbled, mispronounced, something like that. And I'm sure you probably saw the camera of me while I was listening. I was like, because there were words that I was hearing like, what? And please bullet point things. And if you kind of rewatch your promo back and just go, oh, didn't do that right, didn't do that right, didn't do that right. Kind of learn to drill yourself into pronunciation. And if you're not sure of the pronunciation of a word, or you kind of think, I don't know if that sounds right or not, look it up. There's thesauruses and dictionaries online that you can use to help with that kind of thing. Yeah. Or even just run it through a Word document, because if you do that, it'll actually change the pronunciations of things so it actually flows. You can just rehearse that a few times, then add it to your promo.
Yeah. Bulletproofs, bullet points. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can reveal to you right now the winner of our first match here on Outbreak between Dragon Queen and Elijah McFly in a clean sweep, 3 votes. Dragon Queen is your winner. Congratulations, Fee. Big win there for the first match here on Outbreak, which moves us on to our next match, which saw Ralph Swagger, the Unchained Hooligan, taking on the godless Cerebi. Again, Phil, any thoughts on this before I tell you what the results were?
I think Ralph had more passion. Cerebi was good. Sorry. I enjoyed what Jeff did, but I'm just going to call Cerebi Jeff now. I just decided. Hi, Jeff. What's his name? His name is Jeff.
Jeff.
Yes. So I think Jeff had, I think there were times where he was generally making points that didn't need to be made, which kind of ramped up the length of the promo. But he had a flow. And Ralph Swagger had a flow as well at times. And they just seemed to be more passionate about it. Like he wants this to be an ending point. So in my opinion, I would probably go with Ralph.
All right. Well, Bulletproof Phil Marshall, sir, the winner of this match, in another clean sweep by the judges, the Unchained Hooligan, Ralph Swagger, with the victory here on Call Outbreak. I'm sure Ralph's actually been a former Outbreak champion in the past, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I still technically have the StreamYard championship.
That is true. No, I'll run that past you at a later date. So we move on to our main event, which Gully Gunz in his debut against Deviant, Outbreak Championship on the line for the last time tonight. Bulletproof Phil Marshall. Any thoughts before I declare who the winner is?
See, it's a tough one because just thinking back to seeing it once, usually I'd do what Grant does and rewatch it again and try and look for just different things. Like I wouldn't be looking for good things, I'd be looking for mistakes. And I think that they both, just off the one viewing, no mistakes come to mind. They didn't flub words, they didn't screw up, they didn't stutter. They knew what they were doing. Generally, I think if I was to try and call out who won now, just off gut feeling of entertainment value, I would have to say it goes to 51 to 49%. It's that kind of slight move over. And the 51 would have to go to Gully Gunz, just because it was so tight, just so unbelievably tight for entertainment value. And I can't really attribute it to anything. I think it's one of those where I'd have to watch again. And if I watch them both the second time, you may see me, I don't know, maybe in a couple of days' time going, well, actually, I remember what I said before. I disagree with myself. So I'm not overly sure in my eyes who won, because both of them were just great. Deviant has vastly improved. Gully Gunz is just highly impressive. And it's one of those where to kind of call it down the line, just off that one viewing, I would call it a draw. And this is why I'm not a judge.
Yeah.
Just because if I'm going off gut feeling, I think Gully Gunz had me just a little bit more, that like a particle size more. And if it's just coming down to the wire, I would go Gully Gunz, but it really is like razor thin. It could have went either way.
Okay. Well, I hope both of you were watching and take that in. Ladies and gentlemen, in another clean sweep, and your new Outbreak champion, Gully Gunz.
Damn.
Gully
No,
Gunz.
that's, is deserved, but I think definitely there should be a rematch down the line, because for me personally, that was way too close to say definitive.
So here's the thing that I like about Call Outbreak. Anybody could challenge Gully Gunz on the next Call Outbreak sheet.
Yeah.
Gully Gunz then gets to choose who, if he even wants to accept the challenge. The only rule is the Outbreak champion must defend if they are called out at least once a month. That is it.
Like a woman's period.
But if they are called out by multiple people, it's up to Gully.
Champion's discretion.
Yeah. Hashtag Outbreak champion. Yeah,
champion.
I'm sure Deviant would love to run it back as well.
Definitely. What can I say? It was just when I judge, I tend to watch 3 times over. And would you believe one of the first things I do? I hit play and pause straight away. So I kind of check what the maximum resolution is. So if it's like 480, 720, 1080, and then I'll kind of close my eyes for most of it and try and listen to the sound so I can rate the sound properly. I don't try and judge it all at once. I'll watch it like 3 times over.
All right. I mean, different judges have different ways of going about their thing.
Yeah, I really go quite anal about it, as with so much in life.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us here tonight. 45 minutes short, not bad. Big thank you to our SME World Champion, World Cup winner, Bulletproof Phil Marshall, for joining us here on Call Outbreak tonight. And we will see you again. Well, I'll see you again. Don't know about Phil. He might be busy doing extra.
I might be angrily masturbating to pictures.
He said.
I might be angrily masturbating to pictures of Amber Joe.
Oh, God. I'll be back in 2 weeks for episode 2 of Call Outbreak. The next call out sign up card or call out card will be going up pretty soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. The first 3 accepted matches will be featured on the next card. Until then, I've been DJB.
I've been disappointed.
Yeah, he's been very disappointed. And we'll catch you next time. Have a good evening, folks.